Okay.
Good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. You are witnessing the remains of what once was a strong, virile American male. I have been beaten down by a house, but I'm not going down without a fight. And so I'd like to welcome you to my tour of the basement here. I think since the last time Jenna took you through, we've obviously had some changes. We've got a footing poured, clearly. And we chose to pour the floor first, just for some logistical reasons. We thought that would make things easier. And then we have now set up, embraced our ICF insulated concrete form block wall here in the basement. It's all constructed. We've got the walls shored up where we need them to be, and through much effort, we've got the top cut level with where we want it to be for new construction. And so tomorrow, midday, about 1 o'clock, we're going to pour these walls, and by the end of this week, hopefully this hole in the ground, which has been the cause of much anguish in my life, will be gone, and we can begin construction building up again, which is a little bit more my speed. A couple things here behind this piece of plywood that you see screwed on. There is an insert that is inset into the wall, which will pour the concrete around, and there will be a beam, a dual laminated 2x10 beam that's going to sit here into the wall where it is, and you'll see there's a filler in there right now where it will be, so that'll come out after the pour. And then the new beam will sit into this socket and be bare directly on the outside wall. And then there are some holes here with forms in them that I'll figure out how to get out again. And then there'll be a post here, 6 feet, and another post here. Actually, it's a little less than 6 feet, but about 6 feet, so that we'll have a beam that'll support, because we've got from outside wall to outside wall, we'll round up, we'll say it's 16 feet. It's not quite that, but 15 and a half. And so we'll have a nice rigid floor. Right now, you'll see I've got some layout marks here. These ones I doubled up because I did it wrong the first time. Mark of do-it-yourselfer, I guess. But I have gone around the ICFs here, and I've made a mark where every floor joist will go. Jenna was just asking me about this, and I was telling her, well, I was marking those because I have to put some bolts into the wall. And so for those of you that aren't familiar at all with the construction of a floor system, or a deck, as I guess it's known in the industry, what will happen here is we'll pour this off the truck, and then we will use a float, and we'll get it level across the top. And before the concrete sets, which, I mean, you've got a pretty big window of time, it takes quite a while, hours for concrete to really completely hard, and then years beyond that to fully cure, but I'll be inserting these, which are called J-bolts, into the wall. So while it's still wet, we'll sink these down in, and they'll protrude out, and then what will happen is on top of this concrete, there will be what's called a sill gasket, and I've got a really fancy one, which is a rubberized product that goes between the concrete at the top of the wall and the board on top of the concrete, which is called the sill. And the sill plate is really the first wooden piece of structure of the upper structure that you're going to build in the house. And so the sill gasket keeps the wood from directly contacting the concrete. We don't want moisture to wick up. Of course, the sill will be made of pressure-treated lumber anyway, so it really won't be susceptible to a lot of problems. But nonetheless, can't be too safe with those things. And so anyway, we'll put our J-bolts in here, and these marks are going to allow me to put them in a place where I won't set one and then later come to put a floor joist in and realize that I've got a bolt in my way. So a little bit of early layout will hopefully save me quite a bit of heartache in the long run. We shall see, I guess. But with that, I think that's all I have to say about basements.